What's going on, you guys? It's the FPL Penguin back again with another video for you all. And today's video, we're going to be talking about, budget players, gems, ones you should keep an eye out on. I know it's early days, but yeah, these are the players that I think you should keep an eye out on. Lower price. If you're struggling to make, getting those little gems or you haven't found them yet, these are the players that I've kind of just come across. Also come across in my stream if you watched that yesterday. But yeah, if you do enjoy this video, guys, hit the like button and do subscribe. And so this is what I've come up with. These are the players that I found. So basically probably all the players are very lowly owned at this moment in time. I know, fair enough, there's not even 1 million players signed up yet in the game, so a lot could change. But it depends if whoever's watching, you could pick some of these players. Who knows? So what we'll do, we're going to start from the top and then work our way down to the bottom. And these are players that I feel that you guys are probably missing out on, and I'll give you my reasons why I think they're decent to go for. And if you're looking to probably complete your team, or you want someone like a budget player in your midfield or defense that you think, yeah, instead of going a whole premium defense, have that budget defender or a really nice differential, because everyone loves that word differential player, and they're meaning like very lowly owned. It could make a right difference to your rank early in the season or mid or near the end of the season. So, or jump on that bandwagon, shall we say. So we're going to talk about first goalkeepers. Henderson and Forster. We'll talk about Henderson first. He is 8.2%. He's joined Nottingham Forest. So I have to say that now. Nottingham Forest. And he's 4.5. And Manchester United. I don't know if this is a permanent or loan move. But he's joined them. Samba's left. Let everyone know. So Dean Henderson will be, by the sounds of it, their new number one, because Samba, who was their number one for a few years and last season and got them up to the Premier League, is going to Lens, French team. So that's been confirmed. Dean Henderson is looking like their new number one now. Looking back on stats, you can see here 4 clean sheets in the 2021 season. I think that's with Manchester United. But that 1920 season, that was with Sheffield United, and Sheffield United's first season back in the Premier League. And Dean Henderson was up there. They had a fantastic season in their first season, Sheffield United, and he got an assist. That's something, isn't it? And 13 clean sheets for Sheffield United. He did. Bonus points. He got 16 bonus points. I've added all up together. 97 saves in that 1920 season, that first season for Sheffield United. Absolutely fantastic. And then he got his loan ended and he went back to Manchester United in the 2021 season, and then Sheffield United season after that. In the following season wasn't so great, was it? But yeah, the first season when he was with Sheffield United, was only with Sheffield United in the Premier League, was fantastic. 13 clean sheets, and he also had Egan, O'Connell, just Stevens, other good players that did well for Sheffield United in that very good season for him back in the Premier League that first season. So he could be a nice gem to go for. He's sound like he's definitely going to be their new number one. They've got Newcastle first. That's going to be tough the way they're building at the minute, and it's always going to be tough still. Away to St James's Park, and then they got West Ham. Then they got Everton and Spurs. City, it depends how you're going to play this game. If you're going to go for 4.5 million goalkeepers, you can rotate them well. If you're going to go for Mendy and maybe a 4.5, it's up to you. But if you're going for 4.5s, have Henderson, I think, is a nice one to go for. Definitely probably going to be their number one differential, and good rotation. What you want to do there. So definitely a good shout at the moment, under 10%. I know it's set lowly owned at the minute. Not many players, should we say. Forster is another one joining from Southampton and playing his old club Southampton. And we're hearing news about Lloris that, as far as I know, there were a lot of talk about him leaving Spurs this summer, but he's still a Spurs player, I believe, in the game. He's still a Spurs player in real life as well. If he does leave, if they don't sign another goalkeeper, I know they got Austin as well, But Fraser Forster, the experience there as well, could he become the new number one? 4 million. I know a lot of people looking at Steele again, once again, the Brighton second keeper. Forster's there at just under 10%. 3 clean sheets for them last season, 2 clean sheets before that, not many minutes. But yeah, I think he could be a good one to go for. I think if you're choosing between Forster or Steele, I think Forster's more of a chance of getting game time for his club. Even if Louis stays, I'd could be rotation. Who knows? So I think Forster's still a lovely gem to go for. 4 million, guys. 4 million. Yeah, we look as well the back line. Mings. Some people looking at cash. He's 5 million. Mings 4.5 million. 5.5% owned. Stats last season: 1 goal and 4 assists, 11 clean sheets, 12 bonus points. Was a yellow card magnet a bit, 11 yellow cards, but he got the returns. He got more assists than goals. Mings being the centre back, 2 goals and 2 assists before that, and you can see the stats for his last 3 seasons being in the Premier League with Aston Villa. He's been getting the returns, and he if you can't afford that extra 0.5, get cash, or just go for something cheaper. Like if you don't want to go all out premium defense, and I don't think that's necessary, to be honest with you, to go all out premium defense. Look at someone like Mings. Like I just showed you, the stats back him up there. Next one is Nico Williams, Liverpool guy, currently still a Liverpool player. We've signed Calvin Ramsey, namesake, and you know, Williams on loan at Fulham last season. It looks like he could be going to Notts Forest. So there we go, I've done it now. Nottingham Forest, should I say. I'm just going to call him Notts Forest. Notts Forest. It looks like he'll be going to nearly promoted Notts Forest. And looks like with Spence, he's not going back to Forest. He's going probably to Spurs. So I think if Nico Williams moves to Nottingham Forest and they play these attacking wing backs, like full backs, he'll probably just slot right in there on the right hand side. And 4 million could be a lovely gem if that move does happen, guys. I'm saying it now. If it happens, 4 million. 4 million, guys. And he got an assist last season for Liverpool in only 7 minutes played as well. So definitely a lovely gem to go for sure. If he makes that move, if that move happens, go for it, guys. Go for it. Go for it. Who else is there as well? Safal. We know they have Ben Johnson as well, but Safal with the experience there, I think he'll keep on starting. Fredericks has gone to Bournemouth. 4 assists last season and 9 assists the season before that for the Czech international. Lovely player. Looking at fixtures wise as well, have a little scroll down. Notts Forest, he's got after City. It could be rotation, like I said. So after City, Notts Forest, you can have him for Brighton, you can have him for Villa as well. So they've got 3 decent fixtures after the City game. So if you want to have someone like Safal and know what he can do, the service he brings, I think he's still a lovely gem to go for. A lovely, nice budget defender to go for if you're not looking too much into that premium sort of side of it. Now another one is Norley. He's another one as well. I know Semedo is possibly going to miss a start of the season for injury. And yeah, I've not talked about Wolves as much. I'm curious to see how they'll do this season. They've lost Saiss. How will they do? Who will they bring in? Altnole got quite a lot of minutes under his belt. He got 1 goal and 4 assists last season. He's 4.5% owned, same as his price tag, 4.5 million. And I think he's a nice budget one to go for if we have like Johnny maybe on the right hand side, who knows, or it depends really. But I think Al Nouri, for what he contributed last season, could still get that game time for Wolves, and lovely nice gem as well. If we have a look at the fixtures as well, just quickly, let's get back in my team just quickly. Al Nouri, before I lose him, basically got 4 goals and 1 assist. So I have to just quickly have a little scroll down, and we'll get him back in my team, because you can see I've just fiddled with it there. So we'll get him in there, get him back in the team here. And look at the fixtures just quickly. He has Leeds, Fulham, so 2 decent fixtures there. 2 decent fixtures. Then they've got Spurs, and then they've got Newcastle, Bournemouth and then Southampton after that. Like Safal, bit of rotation you can for those nicer fixtures, have him, and what he can contribute as well, contribute to the team is very good. Next one is Janssen at 2.9% owned, 4.5 million in price, 3 goals and 4 assists in Brentford's first season in the Premier League. I don't know if they played in the Premier League before that. My knowledge on Brentford and Premier League, I don't know. But 3 goals and 4 assists for Brentford in their, we're going to say the first season, maybe, I don't know. Absolutely fantastic. Great to see that. It's like looking at Virgil van Dijk, but not as good as Virgil van Dijk. But it's like looking at, he's a big character, big guy, great from set pieces. So he's got the stats to back him up. And I think Brentford could look maybe possibly more tighter. 8 clean sheets last season. He was a kind of yellow card magnet with 7. Bonus magnet as well. He's got Leicester and Manchester United. Then he's got a lovely run. I don't want to jinx it for him. He's got Fulham, he's got Everton, he's got Palace, he's got Leeds, he's got Southampton, and then he's got Arsenal. But then he's got Bournemouth, Newcastle, and Brighton. I think he's a lovely one for what he can contribute as well. The stats are there to back him up for sure. Moving on to the midfield, we're going to talk about Wilson. Wilson as well. We'll get his stats up on my side. So not Callum Wilson, but Harry Wilson. No, he's been in the has he been in the Premier League before? Yeah, with Bournemouth. Well, he played the same time as Callum Wilson. 7 goals and 1 assist. I think that was the season with Bournemouth, I believe, and then that was the season, I believe. 7 goals and 1 assist. I think that was for Bournemouth. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, he's Harry Wilson, the Welsh wizard. And yeah, he could be a good one to go for. Linking up well with Mitro. Talk about one of his possible soon-to-be teammate very, very soon in that midfield line. But yeah, Wolves, Brentford, what he can contribute as well. 25 years of age. Just get his stats up. What's he done for Wales? He got an assist in the UEFA Nations League about a month ago. In the Championship, obviously different levels. Because of much tougher defences. Started 40 games out of 41 games. He started 40 of them. 10 goals and 19 assists last season, guys. Harry Wilson, 10 goals and 19 assists for Fulham last season. He's got, after Liverpool playing his former team, he's got Wolves, he's got Brentford, he's got Arsenal, he's got Brighton. I think after Liverpool, take a cheeky punt on him. It will be interesting to see, like, if him and Mitchell can link up well. We'll talk about as one of his teammates, soon-to-be teammates soon. Fulham are building relatively all right, doing all right. Harry Wilson, definitely one to watch for sure. Bit good to he's not 5.5, but I think 6 million's kind of fair. But 10 goals, 19 assists last season in the Championship for Mr. Harry Wilson. Olise in there too. Crystal Palace, 1.4%. A lot of Palace players being priced at cheap as chips. Definitely players to look at, especially the way they played last season. Can they replicate that and bring that fantastic form and copy that what they did last season? You're playing Arsenal again, who they in the first game, who they hammered 3-0 at Selhurst Park. They're playing City in game week 4 away, who they hammered 2-0. So can they do that again? Who knows? They're showing the no pushovers, and that's what's great to see. They also got as well Liverpool. They got Aston Villa. I think Olise is a nice cheap as chits, but maybe his going to be rotation with Eze. Sometimes Eddie can play there as well. Is Ayew still there? Jordan Ayew, Zaha. Zaha's always going to keep starting games, so he's not going to lose his place. Wolf. But Olise is there as a nice budget one to go for. Now Andreas is an interesting one. Andreas Pereira, 9.2%. He's set to join Fulham from Manchester United. I don't know if I think it's a permanent move. 20 million. If I got that right, 20 million. Do correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of money. Yeah, some of the stats there. But I want to talk about this guy. He's about to join Fulham, I'm hearing. And he could be playing for that much money, I think they're buying him for, as a cam, where Carvalho played, who's now with Liverpool. And he looks like Carvalho's replacement. He could be a nice budget gem to go for, guys. it could be a regular start, 4.5 million. If you're looking for a budget midfielder who could look like a regular starter and could be a gem to hop on early, get those fixtures back on. We'll get the Fulham one back on because that's Manchester United. But like I said, Pereira will have Wolves, Brentford after that. Could be good rotation. Have him on your bench when the nicer fixtures are there. Bring him on, Pereira. But like I said, he's joining Fulham and could be a really good gem to go for and get on early. I'm not kidding, guys. Could be a good one to go for. Next one is Wiser, or I'll call him Wiser. 0.6%. 7 goals and 2 assists last season. He started Brentford's last 3 games of the season, and he returned in each of those 3 games. I think it was each of them, but definitely did well. I don't know if he's going to keep starting now, but he's a left winger. Kind of Brentford shifted from like 5 at the back or something, and Canos was there on the left, I'm sure. And then they've moved to a 4-3-3 then. It just went a bit weird. So I think he's still a good option, decent option. Some people thinking, well, what about Nato? Well, Nato is a highish ownership at the minute. It's 22-23%, so that's why he's not in the video. But if you want to go Nato for that price, go for he's a regular starter, probably more likely he's scored in a friendly against Forest Green. Have to see how he does as well. But Wiser could be a decent shout. Like I'm bigging up Janssen for Brentford, his teammates. So he's definitely a shout for sure. Colback's in there too. Just get his stats on my side as well. Jack Colback, nothing impressive last season. I think he was an attacking left wing back for Forest. And he got 3 goals and 1 assist for Forest last season. Nothing impressive. But yeah, he's one of them that if you want a very cheap 4.5, you can go for him. But I think if you're picking a nice 4.5, go for Pereira for sure. I think there's something about him that could go about. So if I say between Pereira or Colback, go for Pereira. But Colback's definitely a decent shout as well if you want to go for that Forest asset for sure. Geldhard, we yet to see how he does. I think, is he going to be the manager's plan still? Bamford's back. He's fit and ready to go. They're going to play 1 striker up front, or they're going to go for a 4-4-2. It's going to be interesting. Sam Greenwood's there, but I think Geldhard's still ahead of Sam Greenwood in the pecking order. I know his name's Sam Greenwood. He's about $1 million cheaper than Geldhard. He got 2 goals and 4 assists near the end of last season. Geldhard, manager, was using him more, and the fans love him. Love Geldhard, young and up and rising youngster, hungry, looking like the Leeds fans looking like he wants in the future of Leeds United. And it looks like he's in the manager's plans too, so could be a good one. 5.5, $2 million cheaper than Bamford as well. Just putting it out there. Next one is Solanke. I'll just go back to Leeds as well. But like I said with Leeds, before we go to Solanke, look at the fixtures. Wolves, Southampton, after Chelsea, they got Brighton, Everton, Brentford, that's Forest. So if you want Geldhard, go for. He's a budget one to go for, definitely. Going straight back to Bournemouth, Solanke. Let's get his little stats on my phone. He takes penalties. We'll throw that in there. He takes penalties for Bournemouth. 29 goals and 7 assists last season for the Cherries. 2.7% owned. Only time will tell. See how they do. Ignore the stats here. He was on loan. He played for Liverpool. Wasn't getting game time. They're not great stats from him when he was in the Premier League. Aston Villa. And then he's got a tough one then. City, Arsenal, Liverpool. So he's playing 3 of the usual top 6 after Villa, so that's going to be tough for him. Then he's got a decent, much better run after that. Wolves, Forest, Brighton, Newcastle, so on. So maybe if you want to hop on him, see what happens. See how he does against Aston Villa. Could be a nice cheap gem to go for. Another nice cheapish gem, budget gem to go for, probably a bit more popular than Solanke, is Brennan Johnson, a fellow Welshman to Wilson and Williams too. So yeah, 5.9%. Brennan Johnson had to get his stats up now. Brennan Johnson, let's get his stats up. He had a very good season last season for Notts Forest, and the stats here, well, I'll tell you what he got in the UEFA Nations League for Wales last month. Started 2 out of 3 games for him last month for Wales and got 2 goals. And he got a goal against Belgium, I believe, and a goal against Holland. So against those 2 big teams, countries. Championship-wise, we're going to talk about him. 16 goals and 10 assists in 46 appearances last season for Brennan Johnson. FA Cup, he only got 1 goal in 4 appearances. Notts Forest beating the likes of 2 teams, big Premier League teams, and Leicester and Arsenal as well, just to put that out there in the FA Cup last season. So Brennan Johnson, definitely one to watch. Would have been nice if it was 5.5, but a lot of these new promoted strikers, when the class is forwards, are usually 6 million anyway. But yeah, like I said, Newcastle, West Ham, Everton, maybe if you want to jump on it now and see what happens. But after City, they've got Bournemouth. They've got Bournemouth, Leeds. Let's go back to that quickly. Bournemouth, Leeds, and Fulham. So that's a better run for him. But yeah, Brennan Johnson could be one of them where everyone starts jumping on these early bandwagon players very early on. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. So do let me know what you think of these players. Any that I'm missing out, do get in touch, guys, and hit the get in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and hit subscribe too. And check out my live stream that I did, my first draft. And hopefully I'll be back near the end of this week with another draft stream for you all, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've been the FPL Penguin, and thank you so much for watching. Catch you later.